Hello, I'm Brad Stubbe, Sheriff of Manatee County. Welcome to Sheriff's Patrol.
And I'm Dave Bristow. Coming up on Sheriff's Patrol, we'll tell you about a new crime prevention program, and we'll take you out to Manatee County's little piece of paradise, the town of Anna Maria. But first on Sheriff's Patrol, the Sheriff's Office is using a team approach to fight crime, especially burglaries. Each week, different components of the department get together to go over crime trends and talk about what needs to be done to track down the bad guys. As Sheriff's Patrol's Randy Warren reports, the team effort is paying off in a big way.
Dave, how's that old saying go? 2 heads are better than 1? Well, that's especially true in law enforcement. Deputies love to be armed with information. The more they know, the better chance they have of staying a step or 2 ahead of those committing the crimes.
Prior session, we had 7 non-residential, 9 residential.
More than a dozen top commanders and support staff are putting their heads together, so to speak.
Go ahead, Sandy.
It's called Core Meeting.
We had 5 vehicle burglaries. One of them was a stolen vehicle.
Sharing critical data on what's going on in the various districts.
Okay, District 2.
The biggest area of concern was the red area concern for West 30.
From arrest reports to breakdowns on crime trends.
We do have a red area in the vehicle burglaries in North 20. There's 6 there. Majority of those are stolen tags, and the rest of them are all unlocked vehicles.
The sheriff and his staff are game planning.
We're at a point here where if you go back and look at the month, the red's killing you.
Trying to forecast what the bad guys might do next.
This guy is out and about at night, but usually when he's out, most likely he's up to no good.
Then back at District 3.
Okay, so the one guy goes to the house, checks the door, and then this vehicle was actually spotted that morning.
Members of the Community Policing Unit Northside are studying recent surveillance.
And it's a good look at our suspects.
For more than 2 weeks, deputies with intel gathered follow suspected burglars from neighborhood to neighborhood.
Here they come, guys. They pulled in here. He's making a pass to here, making sure everything's good.
But if you notice the time at 8:02, when they go to leave, it's about an hour later, so they spend over an hour in the victim's house cleaning it out, taking the TVs, Xbox, everything out of it.
Watch 3197 have visual of the subjects inside the building.
And they've already left one neighborhood, and we actually have support from our helicopter.
I just saw somebody drop something out the back door area.
We just doubled back to the last place that we were at, and within seconds of that, we got a call.
All right, both subjects are out. They're walking around to the south side of the building.
So we were able to move over there.
They're both going to be running westbound through the field.
10-4, I'm right on 301 at the fence line. 251, 1012, with the one in the field.
10-4.
Man, you got one on the ground, the black male.
And we were able to apprehend everybody that was involved, recover the property.
Watch 3, both subjects are in custody. Both subjects are in custody.
Outstanding work.
Cases like that lead to more focused patrols.
10-4's got a white van in the driveway. I'm running it right now.
The cops unit, armed with good information, is hot on the trail of more burglary suspects.
And if they do know him, maybe they can kind of clue us into where he is at right now. We're very much interested in trying to figure out what this guy knows and what the whole dynamics of the whole crew is.
Knocking on doors, talking to people who might help deputies locate the ones committing these crimes.
No one was home, so since nothing's going on there, we're going to go on to a couple different addresses and see if we can find that car.
Unfortunately, the bad guys, they don't know the geographic boundaries that we place within our districts, so they'll roam between north side to east side and west side. A lot of times it'll sound familiar to us. We were able to provide them a suspect, and likewise we'll get someone new into our area. We'll talk about what the new trend is.
Focused Patrol is also working to reduce the sale of drugs.
And evidently, short term right now, it seems to have an effect where a lot of the traffic that was coming here does not come here anymore.
With the help of code enforcement,
you can see they've cleaned up the yard here.
These efforts are curbing drug activity in some of the known problem areas.
They were burning, doing like midnight burns out here. The narcotic salesmen, they've moved on, and our calls for service there have dropped tremendously.
True teamwork.
You guys did an exceptional job on that. Appreciate all your hard work on that.
communication is key. Deputies continue to gather new data, then report it back to district commanders.
We did have 2 arrests for residential burglaries last week.
As critical information comes full circle.
So we're going to continue to work these subjects as much as we can.
And the team effort extends outside the sheriff's office. Deputies are working closely with the state attorney's office, building strong cases, getting convictions, and even tougher sentences for many of these major players. Sheriff.
This has worked for us for the last couple of years, Dave. We get together every Tuesday afternoon and we discuss the crime with all of our patrol districts and the supervision in all of our detective divisions.
And it's working because crime went down last year. Vehicle burglaries, residential burglaries, starting to see a decrease. And of course, that's good news.
We are. And unfortunately, you know, the criminals don't look at the zones the way we do, or the city versus the county. They're everywhere.
You know, Sheriff, unfortunately, one of the common items taken during burglaries is a firearm. To try to keep weapons off the streets, the Sheriff's Office recently held a gun buyback. The event was a big success, with citizens turning in 459 firearms.
I saw a lot of 22 bolt-action rifles. A lot of them were very similar, a lot of the Winchesters and a lot of the Remingtons. I did not see that many handguns today. Saw a fair amount of single-shot shotguns, saw a couple sawed-off shotguns, but it's a no questions asked kind of day when we took them in, and they're obviously operational. That was the majority of things. People were glad that the weapons were coming out of their house. Many people said, this has been sitting at my house for years. I'm finally glad I found a way to get rid of it.
You know, we did a buyback, Dave, a couple years ago, and we got 400, and this time we exceeded that. And the idea behind this is to give our citizens who do not want guns in their homes any longer an opportunity to have a safe way to dispose of them.
And you know, I said it today to the media, and we'll repeat it, that if you get one firearm off the streets that could potentially be used in a crime, it's well worth it.
Well, absolutely, because we have a number of gun owners, and although they're responsible people, they leave them in their cars and their cars are unlocked, or they leave them in their homes and they're not secured and they're getting stolen, and the bad guys are getting these guns.
All right, don't go away. We'll be back with more Sheriff's Patrol right after this.
In a program called WasteWatch, Waste Management is giving us more eyes and ears on the streets.
"30 seconds is not nearly enough time to show you the thousands of people who die in Florida each year from prescription drug abuse. If only everyone would take a moment to lock your car, we could drastically reduce vehicle burglaries.
Hey Jen, how's it going?
Hi Mark. Good.
Parents are out of town, having a party. Be cool to finally meet you.
You could bring a friend if you want.
When? Where?
Friday at 8, 5100 Brunson Drive.
Cool. See ya.
See you.
Welcome back to our show. Along with Sheriff Brad Stubbe, I'm Dave Bristow. The Sheriff's Office is partnering with Waste Management to form a new community safety program called WasteWatch. Here's Crime Prevention Specialist Alan Fifield to tell us more about WasteWatch.
Dave, it's time to take out the trash. The Sheriff's Office is happy to be getting some extra help from our neighborhood sanitation workers. During an average week, over 60 crews are driving through Manatee County picking up trash at 40,000 plus homes and 2,700 businesses. In a program called WasteWatch, Waste Management is giving us more eyes and ears on the streets. A lot of citizens may not realize just what these workers see, hear, or in some cases, smell in the neighborhood. Some of the examples of that may be simply that a garage door was left open that they know is normally closed, or maybe they heard glass breaking behind one of the homes while they're on their pickups. That information relayed back to us goes a long way into preventing and solving crimes. They simply pick up their cell phone and call in any suspicious activity they see. But you don't have to be on the back of a garbage truck to report crime. We count on you to also let us know what doesn't look right or feel right in your neighborhood. We'd rather be safe than sorry. Call the Sheriff's Office and we'll check it out. So the next time you see the sanitation truck in your neighborhood, know that they're there not just to pick up the trash, they're there to help us clean up your neighborhood. Sheriff?
You know, we have and push all the time neighborhood watch programs, and this is just a great example of these folks that are in our neighborhood, every day, from sun up to sundown. This is really going to help.
Yeah, it's funny, if you go out, walk the dog, whatever in the morning, you're always hearing in the background the trucks.
Sure.
And, you know, those guys can really provide us with a lot of information. That's what this program's all about.
It is.
Turning to news from the Sheriff's Office, our Deputy of the Month this month is Thomas Kazimierz, who recently helped rescue a 12-year-old child from a dog attack in the Panther Ridge subdivision in East Manatee County. Our Employee of the Month is Susan Norman, who works in our Human Resources Department. Turning to promotions, we have two new first-class deputies, Brian Moreland and Andrew Gardif. Getting promoted to sergeant are Michelle Smith, Tammy Ambrose, and Anthony Stone. Our new lieutenants are Tom Porter and Chris Heyer. Ian Kogel has been promoted to captain, and Robert Williams to major. We'll have more on Major Williams coming up shortly. Taking a look at years of service, completing 25 years at the Sheriff's Office are Sergeant Ed Bowles, Sergeant Pete Ramponi, and Deputy Tim Eason. With 20 years on the job, we have Lieutenant Dale Couch, Lieutenant Susan Jones. Finally, we have one retirement to pass along, Victim Advocate Beatrice Caicedo. Again, congratulations to everyone, and Sheriff, the years of service really stand out. You've got Ed Bowles, Pete Ramponi, and Tim Eason. Three great guys, 75 years. Amazing.
And we hope they stick around another 75 years.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
They're hardworking guys.
We told you about Robert Williams being promoted to Major. Well, Major Williams is known around the department as Big Will, and he's in charge of our Corrections Bureau. Well, we're happy to have Major Williams joining us on Sheriff's Patrol. Big Will, tell us about your career at the Sheriff's Office.
You know, I'm honored to be in this position today, Dave. I've covered a span of over 25 years in the Correction Bureau. I started as a line deputy all the way up to the present time. It's been a real rewarding experience for me, and I've enjoyed my career thus far.
Well, Will, we look forward to your leadership, and I know that you're going to put your own personality stamp on this, and we're glad to have you in this position.
Yes, Sheriff, you know, I'm a guy that like to do things and make sure everybody's doing things in the right manner, and we have some excellent people working here, deputies, civilians. They're all professionals, and I just like to expand on what we already developed over the years. We're accredited in several different places, ACA, FCAC. We've got a Florida model jail coming up, so we've been preparing ourselves for the upcoming inspection, and everybody's doing well. And I think most of the staff known me over the years. Most of these deputies and civilians that work with me, they know what type of personality I have, and they know we like to get things done.
Finally, Big Will, we can't let you go without asking you about something you were involved in many, many years ago at the courthouse. It was during a 2002 hearing for Larry Parks, who was later convicted, of course, of killing Sherry Ann Brannon and her two daughters, Shelby and Cassidy, that Parks was attacked by the husband and father of the victims, Dewey Brannon. Well, Big Will stepped in and stopped Dewey from getting his hands on Parks in one of the wildest scenes ever in a courtroom. Big Will, tell us about what you remember from that incident.
Well, actually what I remember is the pre-preparation for the trial. We were kind of suspecting something might happen during that time, and I was given the understanding to be very alert and mindful that things might happen in the courtroom, and I kept myself in a position where I could observe not only the judge and things that was going on, but kind of an eye for the audience. And I just caught a glimpse of the guy that made a motion, and I reacted.
Well, thanks so much, Big Will. That was a day that no one will really ever forget. And we'll be back with more Sheriff's Patrol right after this.
The city covers only 1 square mile, so it's pretty easy to get to know everybody that's out here.
My name's Gary.
Say hi, Gary.
All right. This place is great.
Well, that's what community policing is all about.
That's it.
Hey, that's me. I'm a busy gal, so I gotta have all the latest gadgets. But sometimes I'm so busy that I forget to lock my car. See that guy? He's a burglar. He loves people like me. It's almost as if I were asking for it.
Prevent auto burglaries. Put your valuables out of sight and always lock your car. This is a crime prevention alert. Home burglaries can be prevented by following these simple tips. Always lock your windows and doors. Keep areas around your property well lit. If you see unusual or suspicious activity, report it. And never open a door to someone you don't know. For more information, contact our crime prevention section or visit us online at manateesheriff.com.
Red 78, watch 32, watch 32. Roll!
You wouldn't text while playing football.
Red, blue.
You wouldn't text while cheerleading. So why in the world do you think you can text while driving?
You're so lost. No, I am not, man. Dude, I dropped my phone. Oh, the road! Whoa! Okay.
How would you like to save your life from an ugly, reckless driving death? Don't answer yet. There's more. Act now by slowing down, and we'll guarantee you complete satisfaction.
That's awesome!
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Whoa, Andy, slow down.
Welcome back to Sheriff's Patrol. You know, many times on this show, we talk about our high crime areas in Manatee County and what we're doing to fight crime in those locations. Today, we're going to take you to the town of Anna Maria, a place that certainly doesn't have a high crime rate, but does present unique challenges for deputies.
So yesterday I went over to Jenny and Janie's, and they had another shoplifting over there. The image that I saw was really good because it was right over top of the cashier.
Oh yeah.
Right into their faces. So I think that we're going to be able to identify at least one of them. Later on, let's take a look at that video and see if we can identify that girl or not.
Good. Why don't we just go in and see how Sean's doing? See
All
what's
right.
going on.
You know,
Grab
it's
a
a
coffee.
donut shop. It's
yeah,
a
I know.
cliche. Crying out loud here.
Well,
He makes good donuts.
He does make good donuts. The city covers only 1 square mile, so it's pretty easy to get to know everybody that's out here.
Peter, what's happening?
We wanted to bother you just in case we don't run into you for the rest of the day.
My name's Gary.
Say hi, Gary. Hi, Gary.
All right.
It's a transient community with all the visitors coming from all over the United States and Europe, for crying out loud.
My morning starts at 5:30 in the morning, and I come out here and greet the people. You come out and see them driving around. They're jogging, they're walking, they're waving.
Where are you guys from?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah, I'm originally from Erie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not too far.
So I feel your pain.
Yeah. Basically, I do community policing.
Well, you guys enjoy your vacation.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
Yep. This is what I was talking about earlier, where Bimini Bay comes out.
Right.
So if we're having anybody come in to do burglaries on the water, this is one of the only ways that they can get in.
Right.
So if we were able to monitor this area, anybody coming in or out has to come through this. Well, you know, one of the most important factors of working out here is to not become complacent, because it's very easy to fall into a trap of understanding that everybody's out here to have a good time, everybody's your friend, and any minute you could be getting that call for somebody that's having a domestic, and you have to jump right back into being a police officer full time.
Hey, how you guys doing? You guys are gonna obviously you're gonna go out in the water out here? Yeah. You try and stay away from down there towards Bean Point because the tides, it's where the bay and the Gulf meet, and it really gets bad down there.
Okay.
We've had to rescue people before in kayaks, so I just want to let you guys know the heads up, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, and stay warm.
Yeah, we'll try.
I ride up along people, whether they're out here either doing something wrong or doing something right. It's, you know, and people like to see it out here in the island. We see a lot more on the bike than we do the car. Where's home? Wisconsin. Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'll stay here. All right, you guys, you enjoy it. It's going to get nice this weekend. And I think it's been such a positive thing for being on the bikes a lot more, being exposed to the people out here. So it's a good exercise, too.
We can be in any mode of transportation. We use the bikes, we use the ATVs.
People that come down here to visit, it makes them feel a little bit more secure to know that we're out here.
Every place has crime. We have our crime. And, you know, we have our domestics and we have our burglaries. We have some shoplifting.
Good morning, how you doing?
Good morning, Laura. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, have you had any more problems?
No, nothing.
Good to hear.
I saw in the paper that she was arrested.
Yes. Well, we just wanted to pop in and say hello.
Well,
See how
it's
things
very
are going?
nice,
Yep.
and thanks for all your hard work.
Okay.
We love having you guys out here.
We have another video that we might come by and show you some pictures of as well, because there's another theft that we're working.
Okay.
And you might know her because it's local kids
Okay,
that are
yeah,
involved
I know
with it.
a lot of the teenagers.
I know you do.
Exactly.
All
Thank
right.
you.
See
Have
you
a great
later,
day.
Laura.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, bye-bye.
You want to do a citation while we're standing here?
Yeah, I know. Parked on the sidewalk.
Double parked as well.
Yeah, tourist.
You going to be able to get out?
We'll find out who owns
I'll
the car.
guide you out.
We'll get it moved for you.
Swing your tires all the way around.
Okay, yeah, you're on the sidewalk. You don't need to be parked there.
And double parked. Your convenience,
I got it.
put your window down. Your convenience does not trump everybody else's day. You see this woman's trying to leave, right? She couldn't leave because you were in the way. Not to mention the fact that you're on the sidewalk, that's a $30 parking citation. You're double parked, that's another $30. Have a good day. No, he's not a happy camper, but you know, we can't please everybody. But the main thing is that we want to keep everybody safe. And the parking issue is a big safety issue out here, especially with the narrow roads and the pedestrians.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys?
How you doing,
Good.
Brian?
Thanks for taking care of that parking issue.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the tourists don't understand the parking out here.
Exactly. And you know how these pedestrians are. You know, somebody parks like that, they got to go out into the street. We're looking at somebody getting whacked with a car, you know?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Morning.
Hey, baby.
Good. Hey, buddy. Oh, come on. That's a good boy. I don't have any dog treats. You know, every day I come over that bridge, I come into paradise.
I love this job, Gary.
This place is great.
Well, that's what community policing is all about.
That's it.
Well, this is community-oriented policing at its best. We try to keep the same deputies and supervision working out there for a year at a time, and some of those guys have been out there 3, 4, 5, and 6 years at a time.
And they love it. And, you know, my in-laws live out there. My brother lives out there. So I'm out there quite a bit. And it's fun to watch our deputies interact with the residents because they think of it as their little area out there. And, you know, they want to get to know the police out there.
Well, plus there are great restaurants, great shops, and my wife and I actually take a long weekend and just go out there and stay on the beach.
Yeah, they've done a great job at Pine Avenue. I love Pine Avenue.
Yeah.
Great place. You know, our Marine Patrol Unit is now housed on Anna Maria Island. The new location is on the south end of the island in Bradenton Beach.
It puts us centrally located. We're adjacent to Tampa Bay. We have quick access out into the Gulf of Mexico and to the south, a quick shot into Sarasota Bay. The building was completed in August of 2011. We moved in August. The building houses 2 units, our operations of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office Marine Rescue and the Department of Public Safety, which is the lifeguards for Coquina Beach. In the lower level, it has a storage facility for boats, equipment, ATVs, and other accessories. And then adjacent to the rear is our docks for all our marine boats.
The Marine Unit is gearing up for a busy summer on the waterways of Manatee County, and we urge everyone to review your boating safety rules before heading out on the water. Finally, on Sheriff's Patrol, a reminder to visit our website at manateesheriff.org, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. For Sheriff Brad Stubbe, I'm Dave Bristow. So long, everyone.